Yo, it's X from What's Out, and I got my girl Chanelle. K,
Happening?
how you doing, man? How you doing?
Good, good. You gotta say Kazadi, bro. Say it. Say it with
Hey,
me.
I
Say
got
it
a
with
little,
me.
I
Say
got
it
a
with
little
me.
nervous. I got a
Kazadi.
little nervous, Kazadi. You know what I'm saying? I got it
There
right.
we go.
Here we go.
Yes, we got it. You got it. You got it. You
Um,
gotta learn to say it, bro. It
hey,
doesn't hurt.
Chanelle Kazadi. I can
There
say
we
it
go.
5 more times. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
um, how has your quarantine been? I mean, let the people know.
My quarantine actually has been a blessing.
In
Has
what
been a
ways?
blessing. I'm able to take my time with. I was able to take my time with Pay Stub. It actually just got finished before the quarantine had even started, and then but that's been like a year process with Pay Stub. Even though it's 4 songs, you know, I'm just glad I'm taking my time with this quarantine. This quarantine is really like a blessing. People really ain't got nothing to do but listen to music right now.
That's
So
facts.
it's for artists. If you got heat and you ready, like drop it. I advise you because it's gonna be over by the 15th in Ohio.
Yeah.
But it's just been a blessing because people like really now can really tune in and pay attention. So it's the perfect time.
And I mean, you gotta have some like creative like inspiration at some point. I mean, when you're just in the house for the most part, I mean, there's definitely gonna be some
My
times.
creative inspiration is like, well, my inspiration for a Pay Stub was when I went to Cali in Florida.
Mhm.
Um, they like I was at the beach all the time and I had time to like really sit down and think and reflect on back home. So, I just thought about paradise and, like, different things that had to do
We'll
with the
definitely
project.
touch on that. We'll definitely touch on that. I wanna let me let the people know. So Chanelle has a
Yeah.
new EP out, Pay
Yep.
Stub.
Yep.
She said previously she's been working on it for a year now. She's been a
Mhm.
friend of What's Out since about 2018. We came to our Instagrams came to one another, and we were trying to figure out when we could interview
Yeah.
her, get some video of her rapping and stuff.
You
But
guys
we
always
never.
showed mad love.
Yeah. We always show mad love. She shows mad love to us, but we've never had the time to properly sit down and interview her. And now with
Hmm.
quarantine, I mean, we got plenty of time, so I'm glad
Right.
to have her here. She's from Akron, Ohio, or around Akron, Ohio. What do you want to say about Akron, Ohio? Because I'm from Cleveland, so I only know like Cleveland,
I
thing.
mean, I am from Ravenna, Ohio.
Ravenna, yeah,
I'm not from Akron. I'm from Ravenna, but around Akron, yeah.
yeah.
Um, but I'm more familiar with Cleveland. My family's
Really?
from Cleveland. Yeah, my whole family's from Cleveland. I'm the only one that was born in a different city. So,
Word.
what I'm like, you said what about it? It's no man's land out there, man. A lot of people really ain't motivated out there, so it's a rare breed to make it out of that and want to make it out of it and keep working towards it. It's rare. A lot of people rap. A lot of people rap, but
Do they take it serious though?
so yeah, do they take it serious
They
and
take
how
it.
far they're willing to push themselves?
Okay. Well, that's dope, but I still think that you're cut from a different cloth. I mean, let me just say, like, I mean,
Thank you,
yeah, I
thank
mean,
you.
you keep up with consistent. You're consistent, and I mean, that's something that people should know. Like, if you were trying to be an artist or anything that you're trying to be like a craft in, you should always have consistency and always wanting to put out work. And it seems like that's what you're doing.
Right,
And you have a lot of
right.
performances, and you have a lot of different like side ventures. If you want to speak
Yeah,
on that,
I love
you can.
performing. I love performing. I love performing. I love it. I'm addicted.
What's your
I'm
favorite
very
aspect?
addicted. Um, like venue.
Yeah. But I mean, aspect. I mean, do you enjoy engaging with the crowd? Do you enjoy like?
Yeah, I engage. If you ever check me out on YouTube or whatever, you could tell that I engage with the crowd. I like talking to the crowd. I like knowing that they like me. I like
Yeah,
knowing that my music makes them happy to hear. I like knowing that they enjoy like me on stage. You know what I mean? And that I and what I appreciate the most is when fans and supporters and new fans and supporters come up to me and say, I will forever talk about this concert, or I really loved your performance, and then they keep talking about it. Like immediately, people be going straight to my Instagram DMs and like want to talk about the concert. because they're just that, like, they felt that energy.
That move.
And I moved them to that extent to where they want to talk about it even after the concert. So forever grateful for that.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. So back to what we were talking about, pay stub. I know we got the audience already. We were already talking about pay stub, and now it has some structure. But so you went to California, you went to Florida, and you were just living life, and you started to reflect, or what?
Yeah. With pay stub, I went to Cali first. I had my first shows out there, and then I had 2 shows out there. I was in Long Beach. I was with some other rappers. We put these shows together, and we went to the beach, and I just reflected. If California is so beautiful, and I just reflected while I was at the beach. You know, everything, and I just reflected on the beach. Like, there was a lot of BS going on in 2019, and I was just reflecting back on it, like, you know, friendships ended, and you know, things was just, you know, I was just moving forward with a lot of things and just learning a lot of things and understanding a lot of things. And so for the most part, that's what, you know, I was just doing on the beach, just reflecting, and I was thinking about my own paradise and stuff. And that's what came about with Paradise. Paradise was written in California.
Word.
Paradise is written in California, and actually the whole project was written in California, but it was like really like thought of hard in Florida, because I was in Florida for a week. 2 weeks after Cali, and I was just like, you know, just like I said, on the beach, had time to myself, getting business done, and I was just like, you know what, when I get back to Ohio, things really about to like turn up. Things gonna change. Like, this is it. You know what I mean? And that was the point of Mike Jones. You know, Mike Jones, what I said in the song, you know, they ain't love me then, now they love me now. Mike Jones with a big smile. So it's like, regardless, even if they love me or not, you know, I'm still gonna prevail to greatness. That's how I see it. So that was the point of Mike Jones. And then Paid in Full is like, you know what? I'm just gonna stack my money, because, you know, I have plans to do big things. And I was talking to my friends, and my friends were giving me advice and stuff, and, you know, it was just a lot. And with Maria, with that expression, with Maria, I was like, you know what? You know, me and my girl was not getting along at all in 2019. We weren't getting along. And I figured, you know, she wasn't the one, you know what I mean? And I'm always obsessed with Spanish women. I think they're the most beautiful things on earth. So that, being in Florida and Cali, that's all you
That's what they are.
Spanish. You know what I mean? In Florida and Cali, you see Spanish women, you're just like, damn. So I just bagged me and Maria. Like, I'm just thinking, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel you.
You know what I mean? I was just looking like, I wish I had me and Maria, you know? So,
but I will say, I will attest to that. Last year was my first time visiting California, and it felt like Europe to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just felt so different. It was a whole different vibe. I was either in, you know, Cleveland, or I went to school in Florida, so I only knew like those two dynamics, and just being in California was a whole nother vibe. So I definitely understand that.
Yeah, Cali is inspiration for real. I see why a lot of greats resort there. I wouldn't personally live there, but I definitely would constantly visit. But I wouldn't live there, but I would constantly visit.
And what, like, I mean, you had time to reflect, mainly in California, but then you also reflected, of course, in Florida, Mike Jones and whatnot. But a lot of people are going through that now, just reflecting on some of like different aspects in their life, just because they're sitting down. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's an importance to like just having time to yourself and like trying to like, you know, work things out internally. So you're able to outlet that through music, right? Or
yes, yeah. I think that a lot of people struggle with sitting down and learning themselves and understanding themselves, and just having an understanding of what happened. I think a lot of people don't want to reflect. I think a lot of people want to ignore. Um, I think they want to be in denial of what, the cause of the problem may be or what they can do to change it. Some people just want to stay in a cycle of bullshit. And then there's some people such as myself that want to learn, why the fuck did this happen? And how can I change this,
Yeah.
And how can I not say avoid, because there's really no avoiding fake friendships and mixing friendships with business. There's no way to avoid it because we all have hearts and stuff and we care for people, but some people just really need to sit down and reflect. Right now the quarantine's making them do that.
Yeah.
But especially the beginning of the quarantine was real for a lot of people. A lot of people had to reflect like, fuck, I don't really got it like that.
Right.
Because that was my only source of income. Now I got to reflect on what do I need to do to make sure, like, if I get hit with this again, how can I avoid this?
Right.
And a lot of rappers begging for donations and stuff. And it was just like, see, you got to be humble. Like, you don't know what you're going to get hit with, bro. Rapping ain't all it. You got to expand your, business and other, horizons. You got to see what else you're good at too. You can't just make one thing the source of income. Cause look, they shut down everything. Same with DJs. How you going to eat? How you going to eat if they shut down your one source of income?
And
so just always be prepared.
It's good to see, like, when artists like yourself, you are building a platform, and that's very important to be an artist, is to have a platform to help you in certain situations, especially like this situation right now, right?
Yeah. I think that I'm just grateful for, having the mindset that I do of grind. You know what I mean? Yeah. My dad was a hustler. Money always came first to him. Yeah. Money. And it got the best of him, but I learned from him, like, get that bag. It's very important. You can't depend on nobody. You got to do it yourself. You got to do what you need to do to keep forward, move forward. That's why I made that song Forward.
Right.
You got to move forward.
And you can see the grind. I mean, you can hear the grind within your lyrics. You could tell that, like, you're very ambitious and always steady to get that bag, and that's really important.
Yeah.
Where do you get your flow from? Your flow is very unique. Do you have any, like, musical, do you not aspire to be someone, but do you have any inspirations?
My inspirations, you know what? I thank my parents for who they played around me. My mom played Michael Jackson, Aaliyah. My mom played, Naughty by Nature. She played the Fugees. I played the Fugees all the freaking time. The Fugees is like,
Fugees, yeah.
I'm a Fuji. You know what I mean? My family's from Congo, so the refugee. I feel that. So the Fugees, she played that all the time, and Lauryn Hill, all different Busta Rhymes, and my dad, when I was with him, he played like Ghetto Boys, and he played Too Short, and I ain't talking about what's my favorite word, Too Short. That's not the Too Short I know. I know the 90s Too Short. You know what I mean? Respectful Too Short.
Yeah.
So they played different stuff. My dad played the gangster music. My mom played different varieties of music, 50 Cent, all that. And she used to buy me Kanye, Chris Brown, Bow Wow CDs and stuff, and I would play them with my twin brothers, and we would just play those CDs constantly, rotating. And sometimes I freestyle to like R. Kelly's "Trapped in the Closet."
Yeah,
like I'll just be effing around and doing that. So it's just like my flow came from me. But if I would say who truly inspired me in music, I would say Kanye. Kanye had the biggest impact on me growing up. He had the biggest impact, from College Dropout to, 808s and Heartbreak. I would say between those albums, I would say Graduation really impacted me as a kid. But I didn't say I stole my flow from Kanye, no. But I'm saying, like, he inspired me, like what he was saying.
I get what you're saying, and that question was, I didn't mean to say like stealing flow or anything, but I was just looking for your inspiration, who you come with, like, musically, you know what I'm saying.
I love lyrics. What you say to your songs, like people with Drake, what you say in your songs makes people like, I just went through that. Oh my God. Damn. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I need to do better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's my music. I don't really make it for people. I make it for me. Like, this is how I'm feeling today. I want to get that bag. And I'm always talking about the bag, but I really get the bag. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
And I think that's when I think that's like your audience becomes more genuine when you're making the music to like express yourself, and then
Mm-hmm.
they rock with it rather than you just kind of like conforming to what they want you to hear or what they want to hear from you. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't think people know what they want to hear. I think people just, a lot of people go off popularity. I don't think people know what they were truly like.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
Like,
I agree.
the people that blow up today, is like, they blew up because they were popular, but do people really like them? Or is that artist, like, you know, for instance, 6ix9ine,
Yeah.
you know, are you really a gangster? Or are you just making that music to please people? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's perfect example. Like, are you truly about that? Or is that just something you know about to get you rich? That's your get rich scheme. That's what people like. So let's make this because boom.
And one thing that I was saying, and you could disagree, but I can respect it if I'm not saying 6ix9ine, okay, but I can respect it if an artist knows what they're putting out is mess. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like Playboy Cardi says, like made a million off this mumbling shit. Bought my mama house off this mumbling shit. Like it has no real, you know what I'm saying? It has nothing,
Yeah.
no substance to it. But like,
Same thing with Ugly God. Ugly God said, I fucking suck at rapping.
yeah,
He was like, when I met Nas, I didn't even want to look at him. Like, I didn't even want to like approach him because like the music I have out.
yeah,
An Ugly God can really rap, but
yeah, you
he
can,
knew that style of music, he said, I knew I was going to make it because, well, that style of music was popular. So I stuck with it.
yeah,
But Ugly God loves boom bap. He loves boom bap music, but he
right.
said that wasn't going to get him rich at the time. He had
Yeah.
to make what he makes now.
Yeah, and I mean, you also see artists do that though. Like, so they
Mm-hmm.
conform to whatever style's popular, and then they'll hit you with like a song, and it might not even do well. A great example of that is 21 Savage. You could tell 21 Savage loves R&B music through his Instagram. He's
Yep.
always banging R&B music, and he just put out a hit, or not a hit. He put out a single with some R&B vibes to it, and it did not like do as well as his other music. So
I think it was a new sound. I think 21 wanted to switch it up too early. I
yeah,
think that people want a 21 Savage album, but they don't want that kind of album right now. They're not ready for it.
right.
Or not album or single. They're not ready for that, because my thing is, if your fans want a certain thing from you, you got to just drop that type of shit
True.
and then switch it up, and then like do it behind the scenes of you trying to switch it up and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you just can't switch the vibe up. People don't
Yeah.
like that. People don't like when you just randomly, if you're known to be like that gangster rapper, unfortunately that's what he made for himself. He
Yeah.
started off a lot of his project talking about shooting niggas and stuff.
Right.
So he can't, I think the R&B vibes just threw people off, like, yeah, that's not you, bro. Like, you're gonna have to work on it. And I don't say like he shouldn't do it ever again. I think he should just work on it.
Work on it, definitely. And I
Work
mean,
on it.
that's just part of like professional development. In all honesty, it's just like
Yeah.
trying something new. If it fails, keep pushing, keep working through it. And I mean, at some point, you're gonna find a lot of success. Where can you tell me a little bit more about like how? Well, I mean, now with Corona quarantine and whatnot, performances haven't been going on, but like 2019, I mean, that was the first time you went to California. Can you just expand on that? Like, how was that? How was going around, the country, touring?
2019 was a blessing and a curse at the same time. The blessing was I've done so many shows in 2019. It's ridiculous. Like, I had my first show in Columbus that January. I had a first time performing in Chicago, first time performing in Pittsburgh,
Mm-hmm.
first time performing in California. So it's just like and first time performing at House of Blues.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
Like, what?
Yeah.
First time performing at House of Blues, and I was like, wow. And first time starting a clothing, line and getting my LLC and stuff. And it's just like, it was a blessing. But the hate that came from other people because of my ambition kind of sucked.
Yeah.
You really have to watch who you're happy around.
And I hate
had
doing that. I get you.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, me being so happy and excited for myself bothered people that were close to me, and that's what made me sad, the curse part. But then I realized, like I said, when I was in Cali, things have to change for 2020. I need to be comfortable, emotionally and mentally. I need to be comfortable with who I'm around.
Yeah.
And I need to make it clear what the hell you're around me for.
Right.
And need to stop expecting people to understand the ordeal. So 2019 was a learning lesson, but it was also a blessing, a big blessing. Like,
one thing
I appreciate 2019 because that's what made 2020 great.
Yeah. Well, one thing I will say about that when it comes to, what I'm saying, like dealing with people who, you don't know when you should be, happy, happy about yourself is, I mean, a lot of times, in all honesty, is just, you got to be clear. Like, you got to make your, you got to make your intentions clear with people and, like, just being upfront with them and be like, look, man, like, I noticed this. And
I have to start doing that. I was doing that, but I'm an aggressor. And it's in my music. It's no secret. I could be aggressive. So I try to be grateful and just express to people, in a humble manner what's irritating me.
Yeah.
Because normally I'm like, fuck you, just get out my face. Like, you know what I mean? But now I'm like trying to be more vocal on feelings because I didn't really grow up expressing feelings.
Yeah.
So I'm new to it.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to be better at it with friendships and business friendships, acquaintances. And, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I need, for my sake, I had to learn how to come more calmly. Like,
and
what I mean?
What I learned, because I'm like, dude, if you ask some of my friends, sometimes I could be a little hot-headed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can react really crazy. Sometimes.
Right.
I mean, that just happens with people. But the craziest thing is, if you like reach them with, if you give that message if you spin that message in a whole different realm and surround it with love, and you push it to them, then it's like they're so confused. But then like it takes them time to reflect, and then it's actually more beneficial on that end.
Yes.
Because you're like, look, like I'm not trying to be like a dick or nothing, but I'm just trying to like look out for you, and like I want to make sure that we're tight. Like, especially
what's crazy, like when I did that to this one person, they tried to flip it on me like I was being a dick, and I was like, I know I'm not being a dick. I know I'm not. So that's why I didn't feel bad that they were upset. And I just decided to let them go because they can't face that they were wrong, and I can't feel bad because you were wrong and you're putting your problems on me. I can't do that for you. I'm sorry. So I had to let them go, and let them do them. And I can't convince them no otherwise. Just let you go. I'm just gonna let you go.
And that's a great milestone. Once you figure out a lot of times it's just other people tripping. Then you're like, all right.
I just gotta let you go. You obviously don't like it here, so you don't like being my friend or my homie or whatever. So I'm just gonna let you go. I don't.
Yeah, hey,
I'm not mad at you. I don't hate you, but I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, and you got to be very mature to do that too.
Yeah, I just grew up.
That's great to hear.
Yeah,
you gotta let it go sometimes.
That's what I said. I can't feel bad for you. I know what my intentions were, and if you don't see that, then there's an issue with yourself. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. So I just gotta let you go.
So, I mean, you had a monumental 2019,
Mm-hmm.
2020s. I mean, with concerts and everything, who knows where that's gonna head. But
Right.
what are you looking forward to in 2020, just in general?
For 2020, what I'm looking forward to is I want people to know what it is. I want people to know that with this music I'm putting out and the work that I'm putting in, we're not presenting me with no boo-boo. We don't do no boo-boo. I want people to understand that I'm on a whole nother level and I need to be treated as such. You know what I mean? And how I carry myself and it shows on Instagram and Twitter how I'm carrying myself. And I want positivity as I carry myself to the top. I want positivity the whole way from myself. I actually made a 2020 bucket list, and I wrote on it, and I said I need to remind myself, you need to stay positive. And that was the goal for 2020. You need to stay positive and worry about yourself.
Word. Well, speak on a little bit on your clothing line. I would love to hear more about your clothing line. What you got going right now? You got a little sale going? I'm a little broke. No, I'm playing.
I have my Huli hoodies and I have my Huli shirts. I have a bunch of Huli shirts. Actually, I lied. No, I sold out on extra large and black, but I have a bunch of white Huli shirts and, a bunch of black, but not in extra large. And I got my Huli hoodies. I also have Huli tank tops, men and women sizes. The Huli hoodies are doing fantastic. They're almost sold out. But I am doing a deal with the Huli hoodies. If you get two, that would be $80. They're $40 each. That's the sale. Normally they're $50, but right now I'm doing a $10 off sale for all customers. Yeah, if you buy two, you get $20 off, which would make it $80. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm also doing that with the shirts. If you buy two shirts, the shirts are normally $25. If you buy two shirts, you get them for $40. So, it's same thing with the tank tops. If you buy two tank tops, you get two for $20.
Word.
So I'm just doing what I can right now with the quarantine to give fans and supporters a deal with also supporting me as a Black business.
Right.
So that's the deals that's going on.
So will you tell me a little bit of the process, and then we'll end this. I mean, I don't want to hold your time too long, but
no, you're not holding my time. You're good.
Word. The business part, starting it. What were some challenges? You know what I'm saying?
The challenges was prices. People have issues with something that isn't popular being pricey. So I used to give out deals when I first started, and I messed up my bag doing that. But I knew that it was a good cause for something. I knew karma was going to be great. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. But then after the first batch of Black Huli shirts sold out, I started to do different colors. So I tried the orange and white. That sold out quick. The orange and white. People loved that. It was summertime. People were wearing them crazy. And I was like, wow, that's dope. You know what? I put this in the back burner. I'm going to do some hoodies in orange, which I did.
Right.
So I think the struggle was people taking my prices serious. That's the biggest struggle. I think people was waiting on credibility. Who have you sold these shirts to and stuff? But people who knew me supported me and they bought those shirts.
So shout out to the fans.
Some people bought some for their whole family. Right. Shout out to them for real, because they took a chance on me and I didn't let them down, and they love the quality. And people to this day are rocking my hoodies, even to go out to the store. They're rocking my hoodies. It's so casual, and that's what dope. I love about it. It's like Adidas sweatpants and Nike sweatpants. You can wear it anywhere.
Yeah. It's
so casual. You can put it with anything, and that's also was my goal. Can they wear it with anything? And they can. And so with that being said, that's what not we, but that's what I did. And then my homie AT, he's also my business partner. He handles the tax part because I don't F with taxes. But so shout out to him. He has been great and amazing with that. And he's been doing amazing to make sure that the business is good. So that's my partner, and I love him. He's in Florida right now, and that's who I went to go see in Florida to handle some stuff. So he was there. He's been there every step of the way, and he's the one that's been encouraging me to not give a fuck what people think, period, and not worry about the internet and what they're trying to pressure other artists to be like. Yeah. He always reminds me, Nell, it's all love. Just do you and do what you need to do. So shout out to AT. Yeah.
Shout out AT. So yeah, I mean, AT helps you on the business side. Who's been fundamental with you, you know, in the craft of music? Like who's helped you, you know, gain, you know, following, gain, you know, do you have?
I think that I've done it. I've done it, and people who support me have done it. Everybody who supports me and shares my stuff, I love them to death. But I'm the one who pushes me. No one's gonna push me harder than me. I could show somebody music, but that don't mean they gonna tell everybody they just listen to my project. You know, I pushed me. I did what I needed to do. I'm my own team. So right now, I am now a part of this wonderful crew, Team One Take. And right now they have been pushing Pay Stub and helping me with that, with the promotional side. And so has the supporters.
Yeah.
But yeah, mainly it's always me. It's always me doing
grinder.
What I need to do.
You're the grinder.
Yeah.
I do want to talk a little bit about Alter Ego, just because like that's the first time, you know, we got hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember anything about, you know, the process of making that?
Yeah.
Of the project?
Alter Ego, I dropped Piano Heartbreak before Alter Ego had dropped. I dropped Piano Heartbreak. That was my first single. And Alter Ego, I remember the process, like writing the songs and stuff. And, you know, the hard part about Alter Ego was getting the beats and, you know, and stuff, and figuring out like what song was going on what. But Alter Ego, the reason for Alter Ego is I was letting go of my old self, and my old self had fear and of failing and being labeled. And I was letting go of my old self coming into the music business. And now I am growing into this artist, and I'm working on myself, and I just started, and I'm doing these shows, and I'm eager to get stuff going. And this is a whole new Nell. This Nell's a grinder. This is the Nell that Ben needed to come out.
Right.
This is a grinder. So that's Alter Ego. Alter Ego is, normally people look at their Alter Ego as a bad thing. I look at my Alter Ego as a great thing. That's why I said my Alter Ego taking over me. Yeah. Alter Ego, I love that project to death, and I'm very proud of that project. I wish I recorded it somewhere else, but I'm very proud of that project.
Got you. You know, I got some of the songs on Alter Ego on my workout playlist. So when I was
that's lit. Which ones?
Hey,
Which ones?
Let me look through it. Alter Ego is definitely in it. Holy Matrimony, Levels. Yeah, I got some.
Six songs, babe. Six songs, man. 6 songs of greatness. I'm so proud of that project. I wish I love the Alter Ego music video. People still talk to me about how much they love it. And I'm proud of that project. For someone who, like, where I come from, that project, like, I'm very proud I handled the project the way I did. You know what I mean? That was a learning project, but that project so me. Not one song is cap on that, and I love it. That project so me. That's 100% me. Like, that's all me. My friends was like, "This is really you." Like, I'm like, "Yeah, this is me. This ain't no lie. I ain't do this for people." And people love that project. And I'm so big on classics, and the fact that was 2 years ago and people still playing it. Come on, you can't say that ain't no classic movie.
Let's go. You already started a class. Yo, you already got a classic.
You feel me? People, when people play your stuff from years ago, you can't say that ain't no classic.
That's fine.
And there's people out there that just drop singles, drop singles, and no one looks back on them because they're like,
Right.
oh, okay, you have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A project that was my first project, and people are playing it, and it's 2020. I dropped that summer of 2018, and it's 2020. It's damn near 2 years. It's
Right.
2 years, and people are still playing it. Like I can't. I made something from the heart, and it's still getting streamed.
And
Crazy.
it's stuck. I mean, it's stuck.
And I'll only drop projects once a year, if you notice.
Yeah, I know.
Like, and I think people think I'm signed. I'm not. I just like to take my time.
I feel it.
I take my time.
So,
That's all.
I will ask you one last thing. And I ask these to all the artists I interview. What is your advice to, artists who were like where you were at 2 years ago before starting their first project? You know what I'm saying? What advice would you give to them? And you're a business owner too, so what advice would you give to, people starting their own businesses as well?
I think the advice I would give to any artist that would be in the position I was 2 years ago, I would say be professional. Don't feel entitled. Learn, be a learner. You cannot teach if you do not learn first. Even if you feel that everything's perfect and you need to do everything, learn before you do. Sometimes you could be wrong and you're going to regret wishing that you learned your lesson. Also, I would say that also another thing I would say to any artist is learn yourself and don't be scared to be independent, which means don't try to join a group. Don't try to hop on someone else's wave and then get mad about the results and why things ain't going your way. I would just say create for yourself and do what you need to do for yourself. And remember why you're doing it. Remember why you're doing it. When it comes from the heart, just remember why you're doing it.
Word.
And things will come. Just keep grinding. I can't express that enough. Just keep grinding and believe in yourself and be professional. Be professional because you're going to be tested with ignorance. People are not professional, but when you are, it's a reflection of how bad they look. Be professional. That's the biggest thing. I would stress, like, be professional. This game is so sad. A lot of people who have connections to get you places are very unprofessional because they are entitled. That's how they feel. So just be professional and it'll get you far.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. You got any last things that you want to plug? I know you got your socials. Definitely plug out your socials.
My name is Chanelle Kazadi, ChanelleKazadi, and I have Pay Stub, Alter Ego, and Harvest Hooligan all on all platforms. Go stream those. Go show love to those music videos. Subscribe to my YouTube, all that. Shout out to What Pro. Love you. Always showing mad love. Thank y'all.
Kazadi, and What's Out? Yo, we really appreciate you. You're family to us. We'll link up after this. I'll talk to you in a minute, but we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. Hope you stay safe.
I fucked up the name. I said What Pro, didn't I?
You good?
What's out?
Yeah, you're good.
Out?
You're good.
Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. You always show tremendous love to me. So it's all love.
It's all love. We're family here. So we appreciate it. Pay Stub out now. Just came out.
Pay Stub out now. All platforms. Music video on the way.
Stream it up, boys and gals. All right. Word. Thank you. We out.